Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
It's live.
Are you
talk.
ready?
Live
Are you
talk.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Greetings and welcome back to Live Talk. I am your host, Arthur Jeremiah, and today we'll be playing a playback from a previous show talking about the upcoming Trade Expo Fair that we're having. That's going down October the 25th, 2025, this year. Now, in this program, we're going to highlight the importance of vocational trades that has shaped our communities in the past, the present, and in the world in general. So enjoy this, and if you haven't as of yet RSVP for our second annual Trade Expo Fair, please do by going to livetalkorl.com. Again, that's livetalkorl.com. Please do enjoy this playback.
I have beside me today my dear brother, Keandre with Men of Purpose.
Yes. Once again, brother, glad to be around the round table for discussion with you. Yes, and we do miss our brother minister.
All right, so before we get into anything, let's go to our general statement and disclaimer.
Live Talk is proudly powered by TBS Goodwill, Builders of the Highway Foundation, and Men of Purpose. Together, we're bringing about awareness to the everyday challenges facing individuals, communities, and our nation. We tell our stories, listen to yours, and always respect different perspectives. Want to share your voice? Email us at livetalkorl@gmail.com to be a guest, or if you would like to contribute to our mission, purpose, go to livetalkorl.com to give a donation. Disclaimer. Information provided during this event and others to come does not constitute the official opinion of Live Talk or its affiliate entities. It is strongly recommended that viewers seek independent expert advice regarding any topics discussed, as legal requirements differ significantly across jurisdictions and are subject to frequent changes. If you have questions or concerns, you can always email us at livetalkorl@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Facebook and or Instagram at Live Talk Orlando.
All right, welcome back. We always have to get that out of the way. Our disclaimer, we talk about a lot of things on this show, and oftentimes, we get feedback, and we want people to know that we respect everyone's perspective when it comes to however you may believe, and we want to have an open dialogue about certain things that we may have differences in. So we just want to make sure that when we talking about information or sharing information, that we have a disclaimer in place to let people know that, hey, if we said this, just understand laws are different, and maybe your area, your municipality, your state, etc. So we want to get that out the way first and foremost. My brother, how are you though?
Hey, wonderful, man. Doing wonderful. A little tired, but hey, the Lord gives strength, and so with everything, that was happening with the hurricane and that kind of set us back some days. You got clean up that you never seem to get caught up on anyway, and that kind of added to it. So, that, and miss some days of work, so you're trying to catch up with work and all of that. But hey, God is good, man. We're here, we're alive, we're doing well, so all is good, man. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, and you're in that industry. When it comes to clean up and doing a lot of different things, because the Most High can work in His ways of making certain things happen, and He has servants. He has those that He inspired to do certain things, and sometimes the things that He do become a blessing to others. So we always look at the the good side and the bad side of everything that happens. And we always know that there's some blessings in what the Most High does.
Absolutely, absolutely, brother, absolutely. Yes, because you're right on it, because it's confirmation. The topics we're gonna be on today, all of that it's just gonna all tie in.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Yeah, so.
All right, so let's get right into it. Let me get the audience a rundown of the show today.
Well, as we get into the show, we're going to be talking about the rundown of the show. We normally cover that part, and you'll see that coming up. But as part of the program, where we talk about the upcoming trade show event that we was having last year, which was our first annual trade expo fair. And I just want to make sure, if you're catching the program right up at this point here, that this is a playback from last year, leading up to our trade expo fair. So I just want to make sure that we're on point, because we'll be talking about the importance of trades, but we also want to highlight the second annual trade expo fair that's coming up October 25th, 2025. All right, so at this time, we'll continue the broadcast of this show.
So let's give just a rundown of the show today. First, we'll have a word of today. And right after that, we'll go to a short commercial break. And then we'll have our main topic. Basically, we're going to be talking about our trade show event that's coming up next week. Yes, indeed. Give us a round of applause, my brother.
Yes, sir.
but that's the one that's coming up next week.
There it is.
There you go. Well, we appreciate that. So that's the trade show that's coming up next week. We're so excited about that. And then we'll end with maybe a motivational quote or something of that nature. So with no further ado, what is the word of today, my brother?
Right. Yes. Our word for today is steadfast. Steadfast. I'm gonna use I'm gonna come from where that word, I first came across the word, and it first had really some meaning to it to me,
yes,
which
sir.
would be from the biblical perspective.
Right.
So 1 Corinthians 15:58, it says, "Therefore, my beloved brothers and sisters, be steadfast," or firm in that word, "immovable, always abounding or excelling in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." Okay, steadfast. Now that's this verse. Basically, it can have a twofold meaning, and sometimes you have two audience that can get caught up in their own meaning and miss out on the other meaning.
Okay.
So the twofold meaning here is you can have believers, those believers in faith, that take this strictly spiritual, and they think, all my work supposed to be just steadfast and doing work around the church for the Lord. That is true. That is very true. But you have some brothers and sisters that are believers in the faith that they don't work or have steadfastness or take that outside of the church or outside of their spirituality, meaning in your employment for example. Okay, the Most High placed us here on this earth. A lot of people have confusion, or they're running around, they want to know what my purpose is in life. All right, man's purpose, I can help you out real easy. I can help you out real easy. If you're still searching and you don't know what your purpose is, your first purpose is to glorify the Lord and enjoy him forever. That's your first purpose. So in doing so, God created man. He created man. When he created man, he placed man in the garden to do what? Take care of it. So we have a responsibility to take care of this earth. The Most High has placed us here. Actually, before even marriage and children and all of that, God gave man the responsibility of work. So we are here, we're first placed here to glorify God and enjoy him forever. How do we do that? By being examples of the perfect example. He worked 6 days and rested on the seventh. So we are here and placed here to work, take care of this land he has placed us in. And that goes right along with what we're doing when we're talking about trades, like you was about to go into, even with this hurricane. it's debris, it's water, it's things like you said. The Most High, he can restrain the water, he can let the water flow. He can keep a tree up, he can bring a tree down. What it is for us, we are here, we're placed here to maintain this land. So we are here to clean up, to take care. And when we're doing this, like I said, you have some of faith, they strictly spiritual, strictly faithful in the spiritual walk. That is wonderful, that is excellent.
Right.
But you're supposed to take that faithful and that sincerity even to your workplace. In everything you do, it's supposed to be to the glory of the Lord. I'm in septic. I'm a septic contractor.
Mm-hmm.
A lot think, in which it is. It has some sanitary issues. It's a sanitary issue in industry.
Right, industry.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people, oh, how you working now? How you do that? Well, what if we didn't do it?
Right.
What would our environment be like if we didn't do it?
Right.
First, I'm an environmentalist, is the proper term. I'm an environmentalist because we're trying to help keep our environment clean.
Right.
What would this environment be like if sewage was just allowed to flow on the ground?
Right.
So, like I said, in doing that, when I go out and do my work, I do my work as unto the Most High, as unto God. So a lot of people say, oh man, you're so clean in what you do. Why you got this, you just, because I'm doing this unto the Lord, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's a reflection of my faith. That's a reflection of who I'm glorifying.
Right.
And a lot of times, like we was discussing, brother, I don't know how much time we got, but we were discussing the other night, not too long ago, when we was out, your wife and I, my wife, my queen and I, and we was out and we were discussing restaurants.
Right.
And we was just talking in general from even the restaurant's perspective. We just got into the point where it just seemed like nobody has that integrity when it comes to their employment and their work. Right. Like it's just everywhere. It seems like nobody don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that, and we be wondering like, why it seemed like this? Like the food ain't good, and like that person, that receptionist, she just was rude. And, and I went in that store, and nobody seemed to want to help me. And it's that, my brothers and sisters, we're living in a time of almost like a godliness time. So when people become godliness, the purpose. Once again, we're going back to the purpose. They don't understand the purpose is to glorify God. So if they ain't glorifying God, then they don't glorify man. They don't have no respect for you, the person they work for, none of that stuff. And then that's when you find them stealing time, stealing material off the job, all that kind of stuff. It's a higher power.
Right.
And we have a higher calling. So steadfast, unmovable, always abounding. That means, and another definition is, it has a lot of terms. Some gets just a few terms. Yeah. Loyalty, faithful, commitment, dedicated, dependable, single-minded, true, trusty, reliable. And some of these words are words that are the pillars of MOP.
Yes.
I know you caught that. I heard yours. Yeah. So
humility, integrity, loyalty, love. Yes.
Chill. Yes, chill. Those that's what MOP is. That's the foundation.
Right.
So, steadfastness. This is how we are to be today, my brothers and sisters. Being living examples of the God we serve and the responsibility he has given us here from creation to maintain and take care of this land.
No, and that's real. I love that you shared that. You shared it from a spiritual standpoint. And then, but you also carried it over to help people understand what you manifest spiritually, you hold yourself to spiritually, you have to manifest it in everything that you do. You just can't manifest it around people that's watching you, that you feel like I need to be a certain way because they're watching me. No, you have to be that way all the time. That's why we talk about the word integrity. Integrity means when nobody is looking, you're doing the right thing. Because somebody is looking, and somebody's always looking.
So you're held accountable.
Right. Yeah. And just going in, when we talk about steadfast, and you talked about it so beautifully, you shared it. When it comes to career, and employment. Like we look at our young men, our young women, you know, and they will get into something and they're not consistent with it. A part of being steadfast is being consistent. You know, if one little challenge come up, it's easy for you to say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. But you don't want to face the challenges of being the best that you can be. But we're gonna get into this, and I know we're talking about this word, and there's so much to it, and you know, this is gonna just be a part of our conversation today. Absolutely. But we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Man of Purpose, in collaboration with Builders of the Highway Foundation, is proud to present the second annual Trade Expo Fair, going down Saturday, October the 25th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 1104 South Central Ave in Apopka, Florida. Enjoy food, giveaways, and a chance to meet local employers, training programs, and fellow change makers. Register today at livetalkorl.com. That's livetalkorl.com. RSVP by October the 18th to receive a free entry in our raffle. Let's build futures one connection at a time. We'll see you there.
At NOY Store, we bring culture, style, and wellness all in one place. Explore our collection of cultural apparel designed to inspire and connect. From t-shirts to polos, boldly tell your story. Need guidance on your journey? Check out our books, written to inspire and support your spiritual, personal, and community growth. And give your body the care it deserves with our health and wellness products like natural toothpaste, soothing body butters, and more. We're always adding new products to empower your life so you can live with purpose and style. Visit NOYstore.com today, where culture, wellness, and inspiration come together. Shop at NOYstore.com.
All right, so welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about some stuff that we have talked about in the past. But as we get close to our event, the trade show event, we want to try to welcome anyone to come on to the call today. If they had any questions about the event, if you're a vendor that's out there and you're looking for, like, how can I vend at this event? We want to be able to answer those questions. And by all means, I share this number with you. And Jay, we can probably put this number up on the screen. It's 407 545 and it's 5930. That's 407 545-5930. And if you have any questions concerning the event that's coming up, please do reach out to us. We want to see everyone that's especially in the South Apopka community, in Apopka generally, out to this event, because this is something that we want to make an annual event. And we want to pour resources into the community so that we can better ourselves as a community. That's one of the biggest things that we're looking to do. And also saying that, please do. And we're also going to share how you can donate to the cause as well, because all the funding is coming from us. We're funding this event. We're trying to get participation from people from the outside, like vendors, and we're not charging for vending right now. It's something that we're starting. It's something fresh, and we just want to get an idea of what this looks like, and then as we move forward, we perfect it as we move forward. So vendors, if you want to come out, share information with the youth, with the community, by all means, reach out to us. We can see if we have a vendor spot for you. I think I covered most. Is there anything?
No, I would just say, like you said, for any vendors out there that's interested, I would say, act fast. We only have 6 days. So and we got, a lot of spots. There are a lot of vendors already participating, but get in touch with us by all means, even if it's in the same trade of some of the things we have out there. Yeah. You can still come and present it. Yeah. And this is what it's about. Like my brother said, it's a community. It's a, positive event in our community for our people. And like I said, we're just hoping and praying that everybody would take advantage of this opportunity. No matter the age, come out, participate, bring your grandson, your children, your granddaughters, anybody, and come out and be a part of this great event we have.
Right. Show your face.
Yes.
Show your support.
Yes.
You coming out there showing your face is the support that we need.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because we need people to see it, and then we need to be able to duplicate it on a higher scale. So that's something that we really want to do. But getting into like just talking about, I know we're going to continue to talk about the trade show and what the aim of the trade show is. The aim is to allow for our youth to see. I try not to say this when we talk about alternatives to college, because it ain't just an alternative to college. We want to put it on the equal plane as college, because college ain't for everyone.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like we try, like, for instance, I have seen where some people may not have some young people may not have finished high school, but may have went to a technical school to finish school, but at the same time learning a trade. So they may have went into it as an apprentice, making good money as an apprentice, but then turn around, that same organization or company put them in school to now become an electrician or a plumber, and I have seen this countless time. I have clients, young clients that come in that's making, 6 figures because they, working like as either in construction, roofing, plumbing, whatever it may be.
Absolutely.
And they're making good money. And they didn't go through 4 years of college or, what the norm is. 6 or 8 years of college.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to really convey to, our community, to our youth.
Yes, absolutely. That and alone, we can't emphasize it enough. Also, that it doesn't make you any less with having these career jobs we're talking about. Colleges, like you said, that doesn't make you above anybody or anything like that. These career opportunities that we're going to be presenting out there this Saturday is, livelihood, career choices that you can make.
That you can truly benefit from it and take care of your family, Otherwise, we see the youth have 2 or 3 jobs and they're frustrated and they're trying to make certain things work, but they're bickering with their baby mama, and it's just a big mess, and we oftentimes get caught up in the facts of a society and what's going on in the community, whether, someone is on drugs and, we know what the facts are in the community, and we know, like, oftentimes our youth, they don't have a true work ethics. You brought up something that's viable when you talk about the septic and how we have to make sure that, like what you mentioned, like, where are we going to put all this stuff at? Who's going to deal with it if nobody, go to school to learn about this type of stuff and how to deal with it in an appropriate way? You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's just a filthy, community, and we're dealing in a community that, every time we come in, it's smelly. So it's things like that that we have to take to heart, to understand that there are so many different services out there that we do not consider because they don't talk about a lot of that when you go to college. They may talk about being a lawyer, maybe talk about being a doctor, a scientist, and a lot of those different things. But these trades, they're more hands-on, and this is what really boosts our economy. And it really established, what we see today was built on the hands of trade skillsmen.
Absolutely. From the beginning of time.
Yes.
From the beginning of time, ever since man consumed food, then some form of environmental dealing with septic had to be in place.
Right.
So in the garden, it was some form, after the fall,
Right.
it was some form of sanitary solutions in place. Because if you take in what you have to let out.
Right.
That's
Right.
a simple way of putting it. So we'll use, like you said, we're talking about the trade field I'm in and stuff like that. Now, I have met several people on the county side that works for the county inspectors.
Okay.
Some of them have gone to college and they might have a science degree. I didn't go to college.
Right.
I don't have a science degree, but yet still I'm in the same field and have closer contact and more to do with it than the person that went to college.
Right.
And with being a business owner, I would say that God has blessed me that my finances is more lucrative than theirs. I'm not getting paid by the hour. I get paid by the job.
Right.
So, and this is a field that the Most High placed me in through what? Hard work, steadfastness, being consistent.
Right.
It was times I wanted to move.
Right.
I wanted to leave. I said, man, what am I doing here? What am I doing in this field? God said, stay. I got something. I got plans for you. Through the steadfastness and consistency, I am where I'm at today. My wife and I and my family.
Right.
And this career has provided for, like I said, my family, my family's families. So it's a lucrative business. It's environmental. A lot of people just, it's septic. You think it's just coming, cleaning out your septic tank, and a lot of people, where you take that stuff? I take it somewhere, and it's a process that it has to go back. It goes through. And when it goes through that process, guess what? It's back into your environment.
Right. Because that's another form of fertilization.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So waste doesn't even go to waste.
Right.
Everything is lucrative, like you said. So, like I said, the Most High has placed us here, first of all, to take care of this land. And that's what we're doing when it don't have to be in septic. Even when you building a home, you laying that foundation, you pouring concrete, you building on God's earth that he has placed us here. For what? Somebody to dwell in that house that's going to be there for protection. All these things are needed. Right. The concrete guy come in. He the plumbing guy. Let's start from the foundation. The guy come in and prep the ground first. That's a job. Right. The guy that come in, prep the ground, get it ready for the house to be built on. Then the plumber come in, another trade. He has to come in. He has to cut out, trench out where the plumbing is going to go. That plumber has to know how to read blueprints. Engineering, that's another field. All these things are connected to your everyday living. Even if you live in an apartment, you probably go in that apartment and you give no consideration of what it took to build that apartment. So then the plumber come in, he read the blueprints, see where the plumbing need to go. He put his plumbing in. After that, his plumbing is in, that get inspected. Guess what? After the plumbing is inspected, the concrete guy come in. He pour his concrete over there. That be inspected. It's a process. All this is a process. Then the carpenter come in. The carpenter has to come in and take the walls up, or the block mason, depending on the material of the building. Those are trades. After that, the carpenter or the block mason put theirs on. Then the roof go on. Another trade, roofing. After the roofing, then like the field our brother minister is in, minister, electricity. After the electricity, drywall. All these are trades that are out there that other people, other ethnicities that have come in and they're taking advantage of these trades and they're prospering in it. Right. They're buying houses. They're buying the vehicles they want to drive. They go into theme parks and doing things they want to do because it takes money to do these things. And a lot of us, like you said, we sitting back. We either might be waiting on a paycheck from government assistance, or I don't know what.
But look at the community they're going in and they're buying up.
Yes.
Like it's like it's like our community is for sale, and everybody, like, we can't see it, but they're seeing it.
Absolutely.
They're coming in, they're buying land, and then they're building on these land, on the land. And now you got houses there, and they're capitalizing off of that. Like what you said, I mean, that's a great point. And we have our youth right there in the community.
Exactly.
Don't know nothing about building.
And let me just chime in. I want you to continue. Hold your thoughts, brother. But like you were saying, people coming in and buying the property in our communities. Like I was just saying, it could be a son to a mother that's living in an apartment. He will let his mother's house be sold to somebody else. Because you don't understand the value of that land that wooden house might be on.
Right.
But if you understood and look into these trades and understand, well, hey, mama was in that house, and that house was built in 1930, 1940. Yes, we're going to tear that house down, but we're going to rebuild a finer house. You can come out the apartment and you can live in that house. But other people buying it, doing it, capitalizing off of it, and we sitting back sleep.
Yeah, and I've seen that happen. And I always, when you get into a community, especially one of our communities, we're always looking at a way, how can we establish, our own, like, home ownership? I mean, committee within this here, this community. How can we do it based off of, we have different mindsets within the community. You have the renter mindset, and then you have the owner's mindset. That's our biggest challenge when it comes to our communities, because you have two different mindsets. And somewhere we have to get the renter's mindset to understand the owner side of things. Because I remember even being in Pine Hills, and for those of you that don't know about Pine Hills, is mostly populated by, I would say, how would we determine that? Like, I would say blacks, for the lack of a term that I would rather use. But within that community and where I stayed at, when I used to go out and walk, there was trash everywhere. But the problem is, when I would see what bothered me was where the trash was, the garbage can wasn't that far from it. So it's like I could pick that trash up, put it right there in the garbage that was empty most of the times. And it's like I would see that as I continued to walk. And I'm saying to myself, that's what MOP kind of came together. And that's when we started to go out and clean up the community, picking up paper and things like that. Because it's like, we in our community, why can't we see that our community needs to be clean? These jobs, like, and it's another thing. We always say, well, that's somebody else's job. It may be somebody else. Somebody else takes that job to do that, but truly it's our job to do so. We should be doing that. Understanding the purpose behind trades is understanding that gives you an ability to use your hands. A part of using your hand is creating and building. When we look at our community as it is today, understanding how can we get back, and I'm gonna throw that out there, how can we get back to understanding the importance of taking care of our community, but at the same time, learning trades that can help build our community.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think it is going to lead us back to what we initially started off with today. And part of that is when the word tells us cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yes.
We living in an almost godliness society. So the cleanliness is, I'm sometimes, brother, I don't have to, and somebody might not think this is a challenge, but I don't, like you said, driving down the road, might eat something, I have something, and I've almost been tempted to throw a piece of trash out the window, and I'm like, I feel conviction about that. Personal conviction.
See,
that's almost like a sin to me.
Yeah. See, that's integrity.
But I go through my, you can ask my family, tell me anybody in my house. Even in my house, sometimes I'm getting ready to take the garbage out, my children or somebody might throw a can or a plastic bottle in with the garbage bag. But I recycle. That's like a thing. And they be like, Dad, it's something inside of me that won't allow me to just turn my head to things like that. Right. Because this is our environment. So when we look at, like you said, the trash on the street, people could just throw trash out and the garbage can was 2 feet away from them. And they might jokingly laugh, oh, that's a job for somebody.
Yeah.
We don't need you to contribute to that job. It's enough out in the environment to clean up that they don't need you to contribute when you could have walked 2 feet and threw your trash in the
that's why they
can.
put the garbage cans.
That's why they put it. But like you said, it's I don't know, brother. That's like you said, that's in our community. That's one of the things that, like you said, we went around and took the youth. And how many bags we collected every time we would go. I mean, pickup truck loads.
I'm telling you, every time.
Yes. And even if we went into the same place, like within every 2-3 weeks,
it'll be the same.
It's the same.
But that's a mindset. You know, we dealing with a mindset. And that's why I said I tried to separate the two mindsets. You know, when I say rental mindset and owner's mindset. And I'm trying to be tactful in how I present that. Because,
absolutely. Respectfully.
Yeah. Because that has been our biggest challenge dealing with our mindset. Because I think that's the first place that we need to tackle. I think with us bringing the trade show into the community and being able to talk to the community about some of the things that we have experienced even in our careers could help, you know, form one's mindset, you know, that person that's seeking to be another word for steadfast was being adaptability.
Yes.
And we have to begin to adapt to a new way and a new standard and how we see things. And we have to look beyond some of the things that we have seen before, because if nobody comes in and show us a way, most likely we're going to continue in the same way we've been going for the most part.
Absolutely.
But that's why it was, and I love the way when you talk about being steadfast and how you talk about we have to be the ones that tilt the earth and make sure that the earth is refined in a way of keeping it clean. We are truly the ones that have to do that.
Absolutely.
And that's something that we have taken on. And we have to be able to convey that, get that to the community and help them to understand the importance of that. And also the importance of, you know, providing for your family. Absolutely. And there's ways that you can do that's out that oftentimes we feel like may not align with how the status quo may be. And that's the status quo is I'm going to go out of state to a college and I'm gonna do 4 years of college just in order for me to try to get a good paying job. Well, that's the status quo. That's not something that is true, because nowadays we can become employed through our own ability to work. And then I'll say this here. Minister said in a week ago when he was talking about career was one of his words. And he said, when you can enjoy what you do, it's no longer considered work. And I agree with him 100% when you say that, because if you can enjoy helping your people, whether it's, you know, with technology, if you can enjoy doing that, where you can, you know, help them with, you know, taxes, you know, what I do, when you can enjoy doing that, there's no longer, it's no longer considered work, because now is you beginning to implement your purpose in the things that you do. Because remember, we live in a capitalist society. So that's kind of going back to the integrity part of, we talked about the restaurant and how a person can start a restaurant and everything, you know, not just a restaurant, anything. And it starts off good, but then it started to diminish a little bit. That's when, to me, my opinion, that's when capitalism kick into place. Because sometimes products go up.
They do.
So if products go up, how can I keep my bottom line price? So I have to use another measure to do so that may not be in line with my integrity. But see, when you allow people to see that messes with your character. And now it's like, I don't know if I want to deal with that sister or that brother anymore, because they was like this before. Now they're this way. Right. And I don't know if I want to deal with that sister or brother no more. How much you think capitalism come into play when it comes to trying to stay consistent and keeping a business consistent with integrity and good work ethics?
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother. David had to pray. David had to pray to the Most High to create in him a clean heart and renew a steadfast spirit within him. We need to constantly be going to the Most High for ourselves, especially, I ain't gonna say especially, just period.
Right.
Period. This was no matter if you a business owner or not, even if you employed and work for someone, praying and going before the Most High, asking him to create in you a clean heart and renewing a steadfast spirit within you. Then the Most High is going to give you the wisdom to make business decisions or work, and if you're employed for someone, to make the decisions. Might give you an idea to go to your employee with and say, hey, you know what? I noticed, we doing this and we had to go up on our price for this. Do you think with going up on our prices, what about if we gave the customer, like if they bought so many things, and you see that a lot of times, if they bought so many things, you'll give them, you might have to go up on your price, but if you give an incentive for having to go up on your price, that's not affecting your integrity versus you having to steal or take something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To go up on your prices and just beat somebody down. If you feel like, all right, we have to go up on our prices because of capitalism.
Right.
We have to go up on the price.
Inflation.
Inflation. But Most High, what can I do to accommodate my faithful customers in a time like this? And he'll give it to us.
Right.
He'll give it to us. And even in the business spec, he gives it to us on how to make integrity, true, faithful, committed, single-minded decisions, even when we come to being business owners. And, hey, we you and myself, we both been in Brother Minister, we all been in business, praises to the Most High, for quite some time.
Right.
Over 20 years. Let's just put it like that. Yes. The Lord is sustaining us, and we keeping that relationship with our customers, and it's due to the steadfastness.
Yeah.
That's what we can give it the credibility to.
And I think it goes back, and it's still steadfast. I mentioned adaptability, because we always have to stay. We always have to be adaptable. When certain things change, we have to adapt to it. And things are always changing, especially in this economy. So we're always looking at that, but being straightforward. Like if you have a customer base, being straightforward is the key thing. And then it's up to your customer at that time to figure out, hey, at least he's being straightforward with me, and I know why he's doing it. Because the question always be, well, what changed in the industry that it caused, for that increase in the price?
You're right, but I just had that discussion last week with one of my builders because we was, like you said, due to inflation, we went up on, our prices from what we charged 3 or 4 years ago. That price wasn't the same no more, even though that builder had given us plenty of work. It still continues to give us work, but we had to have that discussion. The work integrity is there. The labor is not necessarily going up, but materials are going up. But that's part of being a business owner, having builders or customers that you have to negotiate and explain that process.
Right.
And believe me, I understand full well, and I know you understand full well, and I know Brother Minister understand full well. We're not necessarily the cheapest companies that are out there. Okay, and builders and our customers know that, but because of our integrity and our steadfastness, I know that's what has been delayed to me. And apparently, the same thing is with you guys because you still haven't lost no customers and no businesses and nothing like that. And it's because of the way we do our work, the steadfastness, the integrity we have, doing our jobs. But a lot of times they might backdoor without you knowing. I found out, but I'm gonna let you know, backdooring. I know they have tried to use other contractors, but the integrity and the steadfastness wasn't there. And they might be gone for a month or two, and I'm like, I know you ain't not doing no work for no couple of months, or no 3 months. And they come back and I'm still here. Oh, can you look at this? And but all praise to God. I don't throw pie in no face. I don't be like, I told you. I don't need to do that. Let's carry on. Let's carry on from where we left off at and let's continue to do business.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're talking about, we're going to get a little bit into trades, the trade school, and we're going to talk about public. I'm going to just share some information on like the public and the private side of things. When we're looking at like how many trade schools in Florida, it's like 129, approximately 129 trade schools in Florida. Now, this number can slightly vary based off of, some schools opening and then some closing. So we see that happening a lot, but it provides a good estimate. So when we're looking at this, I want to name some of the top ranked trade schools in Florida. Like start with the public trade school. So Florida State College at Jacksonville, which they offer a variety of trade programs, including like HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. Miami-Dade College offers programs in construction, automotive technology, and culinary arts. Pensacola State College offers programs in welding, machining, and maritime technology. Central Florida Community College offers programs in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, and Broward County offers programs in culinary art, automotive technology, and marine technology. That's the public, like the top rate trade school, like the public side, right? We'll get a little bit into the private side. So on the private side, and on the private side, I see Universal Technical Institute. I see WYO-Tech, that's WYO Tech, and Lincoln Technical Institute. I don't think Lincoln is here in Florida no more. And then I know ITT Tech is not here. But that's just some of the private schools. I think it's Everest University. Somebody chime in the chat in pertaining to that. Then Orange Tech is one of the ones here. I'm going to get a little bit into like Orange County because we are in Orange County.
So when you, just briefly, when you're speaking of public and private, these are actually, I know the public, just also for our viewers and listeners. So you're talking about county owned versus an individual actually owning these.
Right.
Sites,
so
these institutes.
When we're talking about public, anything public deals with the government. All right. So that's when your financial aid and all that stuff kick in. And then it's less expensive. I know on one of the shows, Minister had talked about the cost of a program, and he possibly was talking about more of a private trade school because private trade schools cost more than the public because it deals with the government. There's so many different options that you can get, financial aid and things of that nature. I think with the private side, you can get like scholarships and loans, but it's just a lot more expensive when it comes to the private side.
Because probably then you have a lot of alumni and different fundraisers that have to come up. They come up with to pretty much give some kind of reward or grant when you're dealing with the private side versus the public having a government assistance.
Right. And then with the private side, because you have like, you'll find like, that's why I say a lot of them open and close because they have some others out. Like, for instance, ITT Tech, I think it was bought out by maybe Lincoln Technical at that time, and then Lincoln Technical was bought out by Everest. They just changed names, and it just different, people that come in and buy those schools, those institutions, but they almost work the same, and I don't know exactly how they do their funding when it comes to that collectively, but I know it's more of a way that they connect with institutes that give out scholarships and loans and things of that nature to help that student be able to roll into their school. But the key thing is having people understand the difference when it comes to trade schools. There are public schools and there are private schools. Now, I am going to mention some of the public schools here in Orange County, like the Lindsley College, considered a public school. Lake Sumter State College is considered a public school. Eastern Florida State College, and then Orange Technical College, which we're very aware of, which we hope to have someone is supposed to be a vendor there at our show that's going to be sharing information from that institute. Which I look forward to that, because I didn't know, before I even get into the private side, at Orange Technical College, they offer a lot of different programs. Like as I'm looking at these programs, like Architect and Construction, Arts and AV Technology and Communication, Business Management and Administration, Education and Training, Law and Public Safety and Security, Health Science, Hospitality and Tourism, Human Services, Information Technology. And I'm gonna tell you something, I wasn't able to get everything on here. It's just so much that they offer. Broad. And I was, amazed by that, because I'm like, wow, nail specialists, as humans, like, it's a lot of females that are in beauty, so it's a lot of things that cosmetology. So it's just a lot of things that Orange Technical College offers that I think our young ladies and young men need to really, come out to this event, because those resources will be available for you. Just come out to the event. But that was something that really stood out to me.
Yes, and like you said, some of those are key things that a lot of our youth think they have to go to a major college to, learn and get involved in these things.
Right.
It's right at your back door.
Yes, indeed. And some of the private schools, it kind of just go back to the private schools that I talked about. I think Everest Institute, I didn't really look it up, but I know it's one of the institutes that I hear that is a private school as well. But I wanted to kind of share the difference between that, because when you look at public schools,
Yeah, it's good.
like I said before, it's typically government, often through tax dollars with government that pays for a lot of this stuff. It means they're usually more affordable and may offer financial aid options. Private schools are independent owned, operated. They can set their own rate. So that's another thing. So, and financial aid policy. So that's the difference that you look. And then you have to just weigh which one is going to work best. So, but you need to know the difference.
Yes.
Because every trade school ain't the same. Right. Make sure when you go into it, you ask the questions that need to be asked. How is this going to benefit me? I want to make sure that I'm not in debt. One of the biggest questions to ask is, do you do, what is it called? As you go to school,
you have like an apprenticeship that's attached to
apprenticeship program.
That's attached to the trade.
Right.
Yeah.
So that I can learn on the job training. As I'm going to school, I also want to be able to learn this, that we all have something set up that I can actually get real world experience.
And some get paid.
Right.
while I'm doing my apprenticeship.
So these are some questions that you want to ask whenever you
Absolutely. Absolutely.
want to speak to the recruiter.
Same research you would put effort you would put in if you was going to a major company.
Right.
It's your life, your career.
There you go. But it's just a lot of different things to think about trades. And that was just one of the things that stood out.
And I would love to do just a survey of like Princeton High School kids from 9th grade to senior, 12th grade, and ask them, have they heard?
Right.
But you just laid out. Do you know about this?
Right.
Have you heard about this?
Right.
And if so, how many times?
I'm telling you, it amazed me because I'm like, wow.
And even to that fact there, I remember, at a time, and now that I'm thinking about what I was about to say, I wonder, do we really play much of the factor we play in parents and grandparents? Even as grandparents, are we still buying grandchildren plastic dump trucks, plastic tractors, plastic rake, plastic shovel? Or are we putting rubber cell phone?
Right.
Think about it, brother. Because where I was about to go, because I remember as a child, I was fascinated by a piece of equipment, like the piece of equipment that I operate. Not only that, but I'm talking about even like today, like the tractor I operate. And the reason I'm saying that is because I seen a young man living across the street from a house I was just working on this week.
Okay.
And I told him about the trade show. I said, hey, we're having a trade show down, around the corner from here, where you live.
Right.
Next Saturday. Tell your parents about it. He ain't doing it because he was in the yard playing. That was great. Still in the yard playing. I said, so yeah, let your parents know, that we're gonna be doing this around the corner and to bring you out and what grade you in? He said, 7th. I said, oh, okay. So I said, so what interests you? Like what you want to do when you, graduate from high school? You thought about what you want to do? And my tractor been there. I've been operating my tractor, and I was hoping the young man said, man, I love to learn how to operate that tractor.
Right.
Said, a lawyer. I said, all right. I mean, nothing against being a lawyer. Nothing against being a lawyer, but where's that excitement about a piece of equipment? And how does that operate? How does because equipment has even come a long way from when we had the dump trucks and the little tractors and stuff. Hydraulics now and computers now play a large portion and factor in our equipment today.
Right.
So, I mean, the hydraulic system, brother, I was looking at like that marvels and how things are made and created.
Yeah.
And man, when they came up with that hydraulic system, brother, that just fascinated me. The amount of pressure and force you can accumulate with the hydraulic system, oil and hydraulics. And it's come a long way. But like you said,
You said something though, like when you talk about technology, and just going back, because I just want to kind of look back, and I'm looking like information technology, and it was something else that kind of relates to technology, AV technology, when it talks about digital photography and technology. All these things that go back to engineering.
Yes.
It goes back to like with in every industry, technology is a key component to it. And learning like information technology, learning AV, technology and communication. A lot of this stuff here deals with everyday jobs that we like, whether you getting a service from it or whether you providing a service, technology is a key component to it.
Yes.
Because it allows us to kind of interact and work together. And now with AI, it's kind of just taking over. Exactly. So becoming, skilled in this arena as far as technology, man, it's to me, it's like, it don't matter what the economy does.
Exactly.
You will always have work.
Exactly.
Because technology is at the forefront of it. Yes. So having that trade is key.
Definitely, brother. And just real quick, touch on something you saying. when you go to college and you might get into these different fields like IT and stuff like that. My son, my oldest son, has been in IT since he went in the military.
Okay.
What you also have to remember, when you get into fields like that, with the way the economy is always changing and technology is always changing.
It sure is.
You have to always be going back to school and continuing education when it comes to that. The thing about septic and these trades that we're talking about, concrete, drywall, plumbing, these things, only thing changing is the price of material.
Mm-hmm.
I put a septic system in the same today as I did 20 years ago or 25 years ago when I started.
Mm.
The material don't change. The price of the material has changed, but the format is pretty much the same.
Right.
So I have to go and get continuing education hours for, environmental codes and things like that.
Because they do change.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime you hold a Florida license, you're required to get CEU, continuing education hours, but the format stays the same.
Right.
So these things, concrete, drywall, plumbing, roofing, brother, it's no no-brainer.
Right.
It's no-brainer. That's why other people capitalizing on it.
That's true.
Yes. I know we got to go to a break.
Well, definitely before we go to our break, because we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this election coming up. We're going to highlight a couple of things
points from that. Yes, sir.
On that, and we're going to get ready to close out. But keep in mind, we're going to always talk about this here. The Trade Expo is this week, this Saturday.
26th,
the 26th.
Corner of Central and GW Washington.
In Apaka. Do we have that address up? It should be on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's make sure that address.
Yes, please. Come on, brothers and sisters. Bring your children, your grandchildren. Bring yourself, your mama, your daddy, uncle, brother. Come on out, fam. Let's come on out, support, have a good time, be empowered, be encouraged. And yes, have a good time, man.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Last year, something amazing happened in Apaka. Students, job seekers, and industry professionals came together for the very first trade and vocational expo fair. It was more than just an event. It was a movement. From hands-on demos and inspiring speakers to great food, community connection, and career building opportunities. The energy was electric and the impact unforgettable. And now we're doing it again. Join us for the second annual Trade Expo Fair, Saturday, October 25th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The location, 1104 South Central Ave, Apaka, Florida. Register today at livetalkorl.com. We'll see you there.
Well, this comes to the conclusion of this program, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the program today. I hope you enjoyed the conversation and the information that was shared. Please, again, if you haven't RSVP as of yet for this event, please do so ASAP. Keep in mind, this is all about us. We're the only ones that can make the change that we would like to see. So please be a change maker. You can donate to this cause by going to, again, livetalkorl.com and click on the tab up top that say donation. And while you're there, don't forget to RSVP or sign up. If you are a vendor, sign up for vending at this event. We would love to have you there. We want to have people in place so as people come in, they can eat, they can drink, they can enjoy themselves. And from the host, I want to leave you with this here. And please do meditate and take this in. You give life to what you give your energy to. I'm going to say that again. You give life to what you give your energy to. And this is something that can really bring light to our community. So we do ask for your energy and your effort. Come out to this event. Now I say from the host, I want to say peace and prosperity. And from Live Talk, we are out. Thank you for watching Live Talk. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Live Talk Orlando. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit on the notification button so that you can see more videos like this. You want to join the show? Email us at livetalkorl@gmail.com. You can also follow the host on Facebook and Instagram at Arthur Jeremiah. And visit the website, thenoystore.com, to pick up your copy of The Spiritual Significance of a Name.